All right, so we are on day 119 of going through my journal. And the quote for today says, "The best thing one can do when it's raining is to let it rain." And then it says, "What period of rain did you experience in your life and how long did it last? Did the sun seem brighter in your life after the rain?" So I kind of have an idea of maybe what I wrote on this, but we'll see. If you're following along, just think about what your thoughts are on these questions. And let's see what I said. I would say that the last decade has been the most rainy part of my life, but it's also been a time when I've experienced the most growth. The last 2 years have been especially dark and difficult. I'd say the summer/fall of 2020 and the fall of 2021 were probably the worst. Yeah, there was like the summer of 2020 was pretty intense. And then, yeah, last fall for sure, mostly because of like school and just lots of stuff. I said, although things are starting to get brighter, I wouldn't say that I'm out of the rain just yet. I've been getting flashes of what it will feel like, short periods of feeling calm and at ease. These moments give me hope that things will be good in the future. It's also been a while since I've gone into a really dark place. I think the last time was probably December when everything was coming to a head. So this would have been December 2021, about a year ago. Coming to a head with my classes. And later, my sister came to town and brought on some family stress. But so far, all of that seems behind me. I'm keeping up with my classes, doing better with work, talking more with my sister, keeping up with staying somewhat active. Overall, I'm feeling good and think things are looking up. As long as it seems like things are looking up. And so, yeah, and I feel even more so right now, like even since this time, I feel like, so what did I say? I said, getting flashes of what it would feel like to kind of come out of the rain. And I think there's more of those moments now. Like I can't, yeah, like it's been a while since I've had like a really stressed out like moment, and that used to be a constant for me, was just being stressed and always feeling behind. And there was, yeah, that summer of 2020 and probably the whole year through that fall of 2021, there were some moments where things felt kind of okay, but like the thing that I just kept telling like when people would say like I feel like I'm drowning or I can barely keep my head above water, that was what I just kept feeling like. I just kept feeling like I was treading water and I was on the verge of drowning, and like it just felt terrible. Just so much stress, so much anxiety, and just, I don't know. But I'm definitely feeling a lot better now. And part of it is just finally getting on track with like having good habits and having consistency. And I've talked about that in another video where it was talking about routines and like where do you need to like switch up your routine, and I'm just like, no, I need to get my routine back in order. Like my whole life has just been random, and now I finally feel like I'm getting to a place where things are more consistent and more stable, and yeah, just like setting routines and doing all those things that people say you're supposed to do. And I just always thought, well, you know, not everybody, like it's not the same for everybody, but no, like seriously, waking up early, being a little bit like active, you know, just going to, at this point, I wasn't going to the gym and weightlifting. I was just going every day and walking, just kind of getting out of the house, going to the gym, being just a little bit active. And then now that I've incorporated like reading while I'm on the treadmill, like that's helped immensely with like my schoolwork and just getting my head in the right place before I start work. And just, yeah, I mean, it's taken me, I've been tweaking, like I've been trying to build habits and a good morning routine for years, like probably 4 years or so. And I just kind of, it's just been trial and error. And I finally, you know, am to a place that's working for me. And so I would say if you're struggling and things just feel kind of like out of control, like just try getting a good morning routine. You don't have to wake up as early as I do, but just like try being consistent, you know, set a time that's practical for you to wake up every day, and you know, try to stick to that. And even if you don't do it every day, like just keep trying. And so that's what happened to me. Like it was like some days I would fail, but I kept, you know, I kept trying and just tweaking things and figuring out what worked for me. And so yeah, it's still not perfect and I'm still working on it, but it's finally getting to a point to where things are working out. And it's about time to do another habit tracker video, so I'll probably have one of those pretty soon, or maybe I've already posted it, because I make these a few days ahead of time. But yeah, I would say try to start tracking your habits and getting into something more consistent if you're in one of those times that it just feels bad and kind of hopeless. Like just, I don't know, just try. Because like if I could get out of it, I think most people could probably get out of it. It just takes a little bit of work and consistency, and just don't give up. Like if you fall off and things don't go how you want it, like don't strive for perfection, just try to keep going. So if you're trying to lose weight, or if you're trying to work out, or if you're trying to, you know, be better at your job, or trying to keep up with school and do better, like even though I've done well in school like my whole life, pretty well, it was not without stress. There was way more stress than it needed to be. If I would have had like a good routine, there was so much more stress to get through school and to do as well as I did than was necessary. So if you're struggling with school, just try to set habits and try to get in a good routine, and get up every day and study, like spend just 30 minutes, you know, just studying every day, 20 minutes even, just something that's consistent. So at least that's what worked for me. I know everybody's different, but that's what worked for me. And yeah, I would say that was my dark time the last couple years, and this past year, especially these past few months, are looking a lot better, which is crazy because the world is not better. The world is going crazy, but at least in my own life, I'm able to kind of like keep it together. And yeah, I can't even imagine what I would be feeling right now if I wasn't like already working on myself right now, with the world being crazy and then me being crazy, my life being crazy and stressful. Like this time would just feel really probably a crazy time right now, but which is what happened in 2020. You know, life was already a little bit crazy and stressful, and then 2020 hit, and that just like sent me off, you know, way off track. But now it's coming back together. So if this point in time is sending you way off track and you're feeling crazy, like just start working on yourself. Just start looking inward and going through this journal. Like this, you know, I think, you know, just really start kind of thinking more about how you really like feel. And I don't know. I found this journal really helpful. So hopefully, you know, some of you could find something like this helpful too. Just kind of thinking a little bit more deeply about what you're going through and things in life. But anyway, I'm rambling, so I'm gonna get off here. So that was day 119, and I will be back tomorrow with day 120. Gabby.